Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world. Hey ho.
Hello.
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 So we are talking about something we've been doing for some time now. We have been rewatching The Office on DVD.
Yeah, Why on DVD, Adam?
Two reasons. First of all, the price of buying it on DVD versus a digital download was like 40%, which was incredible.
That is incredible.
Yeah, the deal was incredible.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they just have thousands of extra box copies left. But second, they have all the deleted scenes, which the digital downloads do not have.
Yes, and not only deleted scenes. They have deleted scenes, they have commentaries, and they have my favorite, our all favorite.
It's not my favorite.
Bloopers.
Yeah, well, you said all. Our all. Okay. I'm not as a fan of the bloopers.
Okay. I meant all in the general world. People love bloopers. If you look on YouTube, those are replayed videos. People like bloopers.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that I don't think the Office ones were that great. There, I said it. I said it.
Here's the thing. They are great.
Yeah,
however,
that is fair. How they have them arranged is not great.
Yes, how they have them arranged is absolutely faulty. And the way they have them arranged is they, for some reason, put all the bloopers at the end of a season.
And like a compilation.
In a compilation. Nobody wants that.
No, I want to see it right after the episode.
Yes, you know you have
like
bloopers
that.
For every episode, right?
Exactly.
Just give me so they have deleted scenes for every episode.
Yep.
Which sometimes we want to watch, sometimes we don't.
No, yeah, exactly.
But then you should just have with that bloopers for every episode. That'd be so, it's still fresh in your mind and
exactly.
Hilarious. Yeah.
All right. So as we've been going rewatching it, what is a hidden gem of an episode that you've rediscovered in all of this?
All right. Actually, a hidden gem. We actually just watched this one. So recency bias is at play here.
Sure.
But Andy's play.
Great episode.
I actually don't like. I like the episode for its highlight pieces. As a general episode, I don't feel like it furthers the plot very much, and it's not like a really standout in that way. But as I like some mini highlights from it.
I like that. I get that. I totally get that.
Highlights. What about you?
I really loved, I forget the exact name of it. It's when they go to the stock convention, or the shareholder meeting.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's just funny seeing Michael interact with all these people. And then also I love Jim's storyline of putting Ryan in the closet of
oh, that is good.
Hey, your punishment is you have to work in this closet.
That is good. Yeah,
so,
yes, I like that. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
What I like about the Andy's play is really just Angela trying to get Joy to fall back in love with her. That is it's a very subtle and a tiny play point, but I really like that.
I agree. I think that's an excellent part of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Oh, do you have any lines that stand out to you from we're, by the way, just starting season 7 right now.
Okay, so here's the thing about lines. So Adam, just as a person, loves to repeat lines from shows.
I do.
You've memorized a lot of lines, and you'll, put them into there's something funny happening, and you'll say a line that's relevant to that, right?
I'm nothing if not quotable.
So it's very funny, and I guess it's rubbed off on me. And so I didn't know this about what's happening, but since we've been rewatching The Office together, and Adam has this trait of himself, my friends say that I am constantly quoting The Office. So there was one day at work where by the evening, in a group text thread with my work friends, one of my friends let me know that it was the 4th Office quote that I had said that day.
Ayo.
And to be fair, 2 were in memes, but 2 were verbal quotes.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just quoting in general, a lot from The Office.
That's fair.
Yes. But obviously I think my all-time favorite line is, "How dare you?"
How dare you?
How dare you? From Kelly Kapor.
Kelly is a great
So
character.
good. Adam and I say that to everyone.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
I have one question.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Hey, oh man, what a line.
It's so good. Okay, what's your favorite quote? Do you have one?
Oh my gosh. I love Creed quotes. partially because I think they're so absurd in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I love the one where, two that recently stood out was one in Murder. Where they're playing games, and it was, Creed walks into the office, and Michael tells him, there has been a murder, and you're one as a suspect. He's like, all right, just give me a second to settle down, and I'll be right over. And he speeds right out of the parking lot.
So funny.
The second, of course, is, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on it. I just had it in my mind. It wasn't, it'll come to me.
Yeah, it'll come back
to you.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll circulate around there.
Yes.
Who is your favorite character thing coming back around in many ways?
Okay. On the rewatch, favorite character, I have to say I enjoy anything with Jan in it.
Jan, really?
I mean, she's not in it now. We moved past Jan.
I just did not expect that from you.
It's not like she's likable or anything like that, but if Jan's in it, it's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's
she
very
is fascinating to watch, and I think she's just a really good actress.
Dinner Party is incredible.
Dinner Party is incredible, and it's not my favorite episode. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I think the fact that it surprised me on the rewatch, if Jan is in the scene, I know I'm going to be interested.
Yeah, she is moving and doing something in that show.
It's going to be something cringy, but really funny, and I just got a great dynamic. She's an interesting character.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I fully agree with you 100%. I enjoy Dinner Party, and I died with it, but it's not my favorite episode either. But I do think it is the epitome of cringe from the one. Well, aside from Scott's Tots, which is to be probably more cringy, I think, in some ways.
Yes.
Or they're up there with each other. It's hard. Probably depends which one you've seen more recently, at least in my thought. Both are horrible.
Well, the good thing about Dinner Party is it has a lot of the favorite characters. Because really, Dwight is probably I don't know who's my absolute favorite, but Dwight is definitely top 3.
Yeah.
I love Angela. So Dwight, Angela, Jan is always it's just always going to be interesting. So
Agreed.
Having all them together, I think it makes it really good.
I agree.
Who would you say you're surprised that you're really
I'm loving Dwight more and more every time, and especially I think later on in the seasons where they give a little more depth to his character.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I've just grown to like him so much more every time. But I want to make this as an appeal for the later seasons here, because I know a lot of people are not a big fan of season 8 and 9 where Michael leaves, and obviously Michael's amazing. That's not trying to say it. But one thing I do think that when you start seeing it more in 7 and 6, 7, but really comes, I think, to head in 8 and 9, is all the other characters. Dwight gets more airtime, Jim and Pam get more airtime, Andy, Aaron, Gabe, however weird he is, gets more airtime. Angela or Oscar, I just feel that it really expanded the entire thing with so many other storylines. And yet again, Steve Carell, amazing, not a question. But I always want to find the silver lining, and I'm the show was great without him still. It was, it was great with him, great in the next iteration. It was all good.
Well, for me, I have not seen all episodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we've had ones where it's I never saw this, or I've seen pieces, so I can't speak to that yet.
Okay, very true.
Yeah.
I also have to say, Jim Spader's Robert California gets me every time. I love him.
For me, I assume, because when I first saw The Office, I've seen it out of order, I've seen pieces and stuff, so The Office to me is not Michael Scott already. So
really?
That's not a big...
Okay, fascinating.
I understand that if you watched it in real time, that is polarizing, but for me, it's not Michael Scott because I love the other characters so much. I mean, I enjoy Michael, but the other ones are so great, so I agree with you.
Interesting.
Definitely. Is there anyone that you really don't like as on the rewatch, or always, I guess?
Someday I don't. Give me a moment. You go to yours.
Ryan.
Oh, I get that.
I do not like Ryan. I do not. Now, I can enjoy a scene with Ryan, of course. He has some good lines and everything, but Ryan is so my least favorite actor, and I usually don't like his jokes as much.
Yeah.
It's so annoying to me.
There are different times, when he's at corporate, and some of those times are very funny.
Yeah.
In his post-corporate world, it's a little less interesting now.
Yeah. And it's fascinating to me because I know because he's a big writer on the show, but I just don't understand why he has, I think in the early seasons, it says starring or co-starring or whatever, and his name remains at the top of the intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then his picture remains in the intro video sequence when other people don't get a shining moment.
Yeah.
And I'm just why? Why is Ryan given this play? Why do they act like Ryan is a bigger role than he is? I don't understand it.
I get that. That's fair.
Yeah, it's weird. And is it just because he's a big writer? Because Mindy and Paul, I mean, I guess they're all big writers, but like in some ways, I think now listening to the podcast, like I feel like I'm more impressed by Paul Lieberstein, which is Toby, in his writing. But I mean, obviously, BJ Novak is very impressive writing. That's Ryan.
Well, maybe I think differentiating between writing and the actor Ryan.
Yeah.
Because BJ Novak's episodes are amazing.
Yeah.
I think you don't like what's written for Ryan.
Yeah, but also his episodes are not always my favorite because listening to
they're slightly darker.
Yeah, they're darker. They're darker. Yeah,
I enjoy his episodes. I like the depth.
He's just not my favorite, but I just don't like. I don't know why he gets such a big mention in the intros and stuff like that when I feel like that he's like not even in the episodes or something. Sometimes, like I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I think all throughout.
I'm curious.
It's not a main character, but let me swing around the other way. Actually, a little closer. And then we want to pick up on the drive home. I think we have so much. I want to say Packer is not as much.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember other parts where I always thought he was very funny, and maybe it's just aged differently, but it's like, I understand why they bring him through every now and then to kind of like show some like past where Michael was to who he is now, probably.
Sure.
But I do have to say, I felt like he turns out more than what I need him to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would say, because really everybody in the office itself, I thoroughly enjoy. I think they're all, the whole cast is there. I don't even know who I could get rid of.
Well, I would say the next thought is there anyone that kind of is not someone you've typically liked but is growing on you? For me, I think that's Creed.
Oh, Creed. I've always liked Creed. Yeah.
I've never gotten Creed, and I'm kind of like, I don't understand why he's in it. But now on the rewatch and hearing bits about him from the podcast, I think part of me wants to like Creed.
Yeah.
So then like there are some I'm like looking for ways to enjoy Creed more.
That's so fair. I think it was always I've grown more fond of Daryl.
Oh.
Because I always thought like he was so mean to Michael at times.
Right.
And that was like, and yet again, Michael is an idiot in many ways.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like he so desperately wants Daryl's friendship.
I know.
That yet again, at times Michael was just terrible to people. But there's so often he wanted friendship and to just be accepted, and Daryl just like so rejecting him. But now also like getting to know Daryl like more on a deeper level of like he's a great guy. Like when he was talking about the other guy, like one of his workers, I'm not down there, so if you're getting bullied, you got to stand up for just a great guy. I think Daryl's a top tier dude.
Oh, I love Daryl's character.
And also the reality compared to like Kelly at moments where the line was, you have to choose right now your daughter or me. Fine, my daughter. Wait, what?
No, I like another one where he says, you're going to have to check you're crazy or we can't be together.
I think that's the same thing.
Is that the same scene? It's hilarious.
Yeah, because it's like, what do you mean you're going to choose your daughter? I'm choosing my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, just the person that Kelly really needed, aside from actually Andy. But anyway, we'll come back.